Someone who's lost is no longer possessed, no longer found. They've gone astray, they've missed the way, they're bewildered, they've been used for no good purpose, they've failed to win, defeat, destroyed, ruined, distracted, distraught, desperate, and hopeless. Sometimes it's not just about salvation, it's about what do we do afterwards, right? And our women, these women are in here. My background is domestic abuse. That's why I wrote my book. Not him, by the way, just to clarify, not Tom. Clarify, not Tom. And so that's where my passion and my heart is, and then God opened this door, and I hesitated stepping through it because it wasn't my lane. And on on the way home Thursday from my last day in the group, the Lord said, and he took me back to this, the lost. These are the lost women hidden in the churches. Because so many women, my audience of domestic abuse are hidden in our churches. They go to church and they put on a happy face. But these women are they're lost also. But they're hidden on the streets. They're hidden in places I never thought to look. And the Lord just kind of connected all the dots on my drive home Thursday. And I was like, wow, I really hadn't, because I kept saying, what's this going to look like? Who knew this is what it was going to look like? So we started off our group. We had 8 women. And the first day was interesting because it was more like talking about what we're going to do. And I had one, she was just like, I just want my certificate. I want to get through this class. All I want is to show I've done this. And another one was sitting there with her arms crossed looking at me like, ain't no way, no way. She was so closed off. So prayed through that week. And then the one that was all closed off and she got her guard up and she's eyeballing me like, who are you? And she was open, like her arms were open, she was wide open. Her name was Star. Sadly, Star she went back to the streets. Broke my heart. Because she even showed up when she had a horrible toothache. She showed up. And so I don't know what happened or why Star ended up back on the streets. The other gal who was just wanting to get her certificate, the show, she finished the class so that she could get off of this probation, so she could get out of here and out of the program. And then what I glanced over and her book, we were doing Explore, that's from Mending the Soul, and she had it all marked up. And she was writing in it, and I'm like, oh my word. Like she shifted from, I just want to get through this, to writing and writing and writing. And I only had 2 graduate that came through, but Verna, she's so hard to tell how old she is. I think she's in her late 50s, about to turn 60. And the book wrecked her. It wrecked her. It was so much, it was so hard for her to look at all the stuff in her past that got her here. And most of them had domestic abuse, whether it was in their adult history or their childhood. And so this cycle was playing out and how it ended up. But Verna, she stuck with it and kept going through, but I feel like it's still not done, because how does she maintain this? That's some of the limitations with our Mending the Soul. How do they maintain this? How do they take whatever little healing they've got and how do they take it to the next level? That's a whole separate thing. That's what's like on my heart, is like this group is done and I may not see these women again. Except the ones that didn't get to finish, maybe back into the next. So how do we make it so they learn how to put healing and live it out? Because even in our normal, somewhat worlds, and I can tell you, I have been out of domestic abuse for coming up on 19 years, and I'm still walking out my healing. And they got everything stacked against them. How do they do it? And I'm asking questions that I have no answers for. But I do think that we have a God who really has all the answers, right? That can tell us what will that look like? How can we take it to that next level. And so it was an honor to go and do the group, and I'm glad I said yes.
Thank you, Karen, for saying yes.